So the idea for this project came from thinking about Black Friday and the fact that a lot of us are a little bit fed up with the amount of consumerist frenzy that happens around this time of year and feel that actually we're shopping for the sake of it. And what would it look like to have a retail environment that did something really different? So Choose Love is a store where you can come in and browse items on this beautiful table, learn a little bit about the life of refugees and do something practical to help. The products we have in the store are split into 3 different sections based on a refugee's journey. So the first is arrival, and then it moves into shelter, and then the future. And what we're trying to do here is to use the language of retail and the way that objects might be presented in a high-end store to help people feel empathy for refugees.
So this first section is called Arrival. So this is the kind of things when people first arrive. So for example, in Greece, we fund search and rescue services which help people when they're arriving on the boats. So the life jacket here symbolises search and rescue services. This section is shelter. So this is mostly when people are living in camps or in other forms of accommodation. Items like fresh fruit and vegetables. So this is £5 for ingredients for a family meal. This section is called Future. So this is about when people are in a position where they are settling in a new country. So we run social housing programs where we cover the rent for a family.
If we just fled a war zone, we would also need to figure out ways to cook meals for our family or to clothe our children and keep them warm at night. So actually putting it into the language of retail, I think helps people break it down a little bit. I've seen people becoming quite emotional just browsing the everyday products that we have on the table.
I mean, Black Friday, I think it's quite new to the UK, but I have relatives in America who, it's a big deal there, very big commercial holiday, everyone's out shopping, all the sales. So I think it's great on that day to have something, a bit different to the normal shops, the normal sales, and have people think about something other than kind of just their own day-to-day spending, but actually think about these big global issues and what they could do to contribute.
Help Refugees are an incredible charity. They're only 2 years old and they are sort of driven by volunteers who work with them. They have over 80 projects across Europe and the Middle East and they provide thousands and thousands of refugees with food, shelter and dignity. So we're incredibly honoured to work with them and this has been a real creative collaboration. It's not a client-agency relationship. We're working together because we have shared values.
My name is Hassan Akkad. I'm from Syria, from Damascus. I am a refugee myself. I left Syria in 2015 and I've done the journey through Europe to the UK. I'm now Help Refugees Ambassador. I understand the most how essential these items are for the people, refugees and migrants who are still stuck in camps in Europe and in the Syria region as well. I think the Choose Love project, this shop, is incredible. I mean, you walk in and you see these items and you in your head, you never thought that maybe, yes, they are important to people. And also it sheds light on the crises.
We're hoping that Glimpse will continue to evolve as a network for creative professionals who want to use their skills for good, who want to do meaningful projects and can come from their day jobs and work for small amounts of time. But ultimately we want to have a core team of staff working full-time as not an agency but an organisation that does this kind of work.